Coming up, exclusive footage of the moving of the McIntosh Memorial. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Megan Gillenwater. Newt Gingrich is expected to leave the Republican presidential race as early as next week. Gingrich has only won 2 primary states, one of which was his home state of Georgia. After Rick Santorum dropped out of the Republican field, Gingrich hoped to win more voters. But after Mitt Romney swept all 5 primary contests this week, Gingrich signaled out he would withdraw from the race. Once he dropped out, the only remaining Republican contender besides Romney would be Texas Representative Ron Paul. A long-standing Valdosta landmark has been moved to Moody Air Force Base. News Valdosta's Kyle Tucker shows us the moving of the McIntosh Memorial.
Yesterday, in the wee early morning hours, Valdosta said goodbye to a cherished friend of 32 years. The F-86 McIntosh Memorial Jet was carried from its resting place at the corner of North Ashley Street and Woodrow Wilson Drive and moved 10.5 miles to Moody Air Force Base. The plane was originally on loan from the Air Force and dedicated to Valdosta native Major Lynn McIntosh, who faithfully was killed in the 1980 rescue mission in Iran. In a unanimous decision, the city council members voted to give the cherished Titletown treasure back. Now in charge of the embattled aircraft is Colonel Mark Roos, commander of the 23rd Mission Support Group. I spoke with the colonel about the controversial move.
One is to continue the heritage and legacy of the famous Flying Tigers, which President George W. Bush Air Park here at Moody Air Force Base is named after. So we're excited about the opportunity to display yet another aircraft. This will be our 6th aircraft that's part of the Flying Tiger heritage. And also we wanted to continue to honor the service and sacrifice of Major McIntosh, who was flying a rescue mission tragically when he died in 1980. And as you probably know, Moody Air Force Base, one of our main missions is the rescue mission for the Air Force.
And the McIntosh family, they did approve of this move?
Absolutely. As I work closely with the city of Valdosta, with the Air Force Museum, who actually owns the aircraft, and of course with all 3 of Major McIntosh's sons and their families, to make sure all 3 of them were in full support of this before we went to the city council for their final approval.
The plane currently rests on the Moody Air Force Base flight line, where it awaits an estimated 550 man-hours of restoration. The plane will then be moved to George W. Bush Air Park, where it will join the illustrious Flying Tigers aerial technology display. While the city and Air Force Base worked in cooperation on this project, many still have questions as to why the decision was made so quickly, and also why public hearings were not held. The F-86 McIntosh Memorial Jet has flown the coop. It now sits at Moody Air Force Base, where it awaits 550 hours of restoration work. For News Valdosta, I'm Kyle Tucker.
The number of Hispanics living in the U.S. has fallen by 1 million individuals in the last 5 years. In a new report by Homeland Security, in Georgia alone, the number of illegal immigrants has decreased by 4%. The drop has been tied to dragging economy and stricter immigration laws. It has been noted that legal individuals are leaving as well, looking for locations with better economic standings. Coming up, the state of Georgia bans burning, and a look at your local weather. Stay with us.
From Maine to Maui, thousands of high school students across the country are getting in on the action by volunteering in their communities.
It's great helping others, and it feels good too. Are you in? Whoa!
Anyone can do it. All it takes is a little time. Are you in?
Action teams of high school students are joining Volunteers of America and Major League Baseball players to help train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
It's easy to start an action team at your school, so you too can get in on the action.
Are you in? Get in on the action at actionteam.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Graduation is quickly approaching, but for many students, leaving one degree program means moving on to another. News Valdosta, Darrell T. Bonner II, tells us about the options for graduate school.
Graduation is quickly approaching, and while many students are preparing for the end of their college journey, several students have long since made the jump to the next important stage in their lives, as graduate students. Valdosta State University held its 4th annual Graduate Student Research and Scholarship Symposium this past Friday, April 20th at the University Center. The symposium is an informational display of knowledge and scholarly studies that the students have accumulated during their time at VSU. The symposium features several poster projects and displays of research created by the students themselves. The symposium boasts the students from several different colleges, departments, and programs, including the Division of Social Work, College of Arts and Sciences, and the Department of Library and Information Science. All participants in the symposium were nominated by faculty members from their respective programs and represent some of VSU's most outstanding students. The event featured opening remarks, an introduction to the faculty mentors, and a special recognition for all the participating students. Dr. Alfred Fucciarelli, who was Dean of the Graduate School, had more to say about the event's purpose and meaning.
I think the purpose of the symposium is to highlight the outstanding research that's being done by our graduate students here at Valdosta State from all of the different graduate programs across the campus. And it's very exciting for me, this is my first year at VSU, to come here and learn about all of the research that is being done and all of the programs, and most importantly to meet the students and their faculty.
Valdosta State University's Graduate Symposium is an impressive reflection of how VSU's own academic foundations can impact and benefit all students who walk through its doors. With News Valdosta, I'm Darrell T. Bonner II.
A statewide burn ban will soon go into effect in an effort to improve Georgia's air quality. The ban will begin on May 1st and continue through September 31st. Authorities say the ozone can reach harmful levels during the summer. Contact your local Department of Natural Resources for more information. With summer almost here, the mosquitoes are becoming a problem. Here's News Valdosta's Jessica Capelong with ways to protect yourself against them this season.
The warm, humid days in spring means that the mosquitoes will be out in full force. The Valdosta Public Works Department helps control the large mosquito problem by spraying public property in the city.
What we like to do is provide some larvicide where residents can do some up close and on their property larviciding, standing water, any standing water in ditches, swamps, drainage areas, anywhere where you have standing water and it may lead to breeding mosquitoes. We like to get the larvicide to the source.
It is important for citizens to help control and prevent the breeding of mosquitoes in areas by eliminating their breeding grounds. Standing water. Placing larvicide tablets in infecting waters will eliminate the mosquito larvae before they hatch. Citizens can now get their free larvicide tablets right here at the Public Works Department. Only 1% of the city is public property, which is sprayed with mosquito repellent. Other preventative methods about how you can fight the bite on mosquitoes this season is disposing items around your house that can hold standing water, eliminate weeds, clean out gutters, and use insect repellent that includes DEET. Do your part and fight the bite on mosquitoes this season. With News Valdosta, I'm Jessica Capelong.
Taking a look at your local weather, we'll hit 86 degrees with mostly sunny skies and strong winds up to 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow, expect a high of 87 and an overnight low of 60. This weekend, the temperatures will be near 90 degrees. Coming up, spring sports are in full swing, and look at your campus events. Stay with us.
Travel advisories to small business loans, retirement savings to Medicare coverage, ID theft protection to contacting elected officials, student loans to taxes online. Whether you have information to get or ideas to give, USA.gov is the official place to connect with your government. From surplus car auctions to finding a new job, our new mobile apps will keep you updated on the go. So, from marriage records to passport applications, veterans benefits to birth certificates, patent applications to energy-saving ideas, product recalls to home buying tips. Check out USA.gov because the country runs better when we stay connected.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Megan Gillenwater. The VSU men and women's tennis teams have been preparing for their championship games this weekend. News Valdosta's Nina Wright has more.
Although they are a young team, with over half of the team consisting of freshmen, the VSU men's tennis team has big shoes to fill with the upcoming regional and national championships. Coaches and fans are expected to bring home another national championship to Valdosta this year.
Yeah, first we play regionals next week, so we want to qualify for nationals, and then we will see from match to match. So now it's the time of the matches. There's a KO match, so if you lose, you're out, your season's over, so we want to win every match. It's upcoming.
The women's teams consist of older, more experienced players who have been at Valdosta longer. Teams will compete at Ling University starting this weekend.
At first, we now hope that we get nominated for the regionals, which are the upcoming weekend, and then we hopefully qualify for the nationals.
With the upcoming championship games, the teams have been on a strict workout routine. Both teams have the hunger and drive to win and are anxious to play.
I think we have a great team spirit, so we are all friends and we hang out all the time, and so I think a great team spirit is our best asset.
With both the men's and women's tennis teams working hard for regionals in hopes of qualifying for the national championships, we are expecting to see great things from VSU tennis. For News Valdosta, I'm Nina Wright.
As the baseball season comes to a close, the VSU Blazers will host a doubleheader on Saturday against West Florida, with games starting at 2 p.m. They will also play them again on Sunday at 1 p.m. Tickets are free for all VSU students and $5 for all others. The VSU Blazers softball team is getting ready to head to the championship. Here's News Valdosta's Gabby Garrett with more.
The Valdosta softball team season is coming to a close. This season, the Blazers softball girls beat the record for most wins in a row, along with players being named Players of the Week in the Gulf South Conference.
Our winning streak is 36. I think we can do it. I think we can go all the way with continuing winning. And if we don't, I definitely think we can get out of it. If we do lose one, we just got to come back fighting for the next one and keep going from there.
The Gulf South Conference Finals will be held here in Titletown. There are 8 graduating seniors that will be leaving the team after the semester. Fans and parents are very proud with how well the girls did this season.
Oh, it was a great time. Enjoyed it. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Proud of her?
Very proud of her.
Ending it being ranked #1 in the nation. Make sure to come out and support your Lady Blazers softball team when they compete in the Gulf South Conference here in Titletown. With News Valdosta, I'm Gabby Garrett.
Taking a look at our campus events. In relation to the Sexual Assault Awareness Month, VSU's Women and Gender Studies program will host a slut walk this evening at 5. The march is intended to represent freedom of expression and appearance while at the same time removing negative labels of women. The march will begin at Palms Quad. The VSU's Campus Activities Board will host Spin Art Shutter Shades tonight from 6 to 10 in the Student Union Rotunda. The event will allow students to personalize their own pair of shutter shades within minutes and is free of charge with a valid VSU ID. VSU spectator staff will host 1.5 Minutes of Fame tonight at 7:30 in the UC Theater. The event will feature live performances from students competing for the winning title and recognition in the newspaper. Spectator sunglasses and t-shirts will be given away during the event. The show is free of charge and open to all VSU students. The Valdosta Daily Times is sponsoring the Head to Toe, a women's show. The shopping extravaganza will take place on Saturday at the James H. Rainwater Conference Center. The event is free, but attendees are encouraged to bring canned food items, which will be donated locally to the Second Harvest Food Bank. More than 60 vendors will be in attendance. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Megan Gillenwater. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.